So my dad was very hard about things. So there was this one day that we came home from church when I was a kid, and my dad was grilling out, and he says, "What do you want to eat?" And I said, "Give me a brat." I said, "Yeah, give me two of them." And my dad, we go back and forth. He said, "You can't eat two." And I said, "Oh yeah, yeah, I can." He's, "No, you can't." I said, "Yeah, I can." He's like, "All right." We had a rule in our house: if food gets put on your plate, you eat the food, right? We sat down for lunch, and whatever else we had with the brat he's grilling out, if we had like some baked beans and potato salad and whatever else came with it, and I ate that first brat, and by the time I was done eating everything, I had that second one on my plate, and I was like, I'm in trouble, and I knew it. And my father looked at me, and he knew, like, and he said, "You're not getting up from the table till you eat that thing." I sat and ate that brat until I vomited straight up. And so there was a lesson there. Like, the lesson was like, we don't waste food in the house. We don't take things in excess. This is how people that struggle financially, they live, right? And this applies to across the board in my life. I don't like having things I don't need. I don't like that. I don't. It's like, oh, that corner doesn't have a piece of furniture in it. I'm like, well, I'm not going to put a piece of furniture there because I don't need it. I'm not going to sit on that furniture. I'm not going to eat off the table that I put there. Like, I got everything I need. So if you were to come to my house, like, my house is very, very minimalistic. For every time my father was hard, and he was probably hard like that 90% of the time, there was one time out of 10, like, something like this would happen. We went to this McDonald's one time, and McDonald's had come out, first time they'd come out with the McRib sandwich. And boy, did I want to eat cowboy food. And my dad was like, "You don't want cowboy food?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, Dad. I want to eat the cow." He's like, "You're not gonna like it." So we go back and forth. Eventually, he lets me order the McRib. My dad ordered the Big Mac, and we were sitting there, and I took my first bite into that sandwich, and it was awful. Like, it was terrible. And he looked at me right away. And the reason why my dad ordered the Big Mac, because he knew that it was my favorite sandwich, and he traded me, which was rare for my father, because my father was the kind of guy that's like, "Well, you ordered it, so now live with your choices." So there were these moments of softness that were there, I guess, at least frequent enough that balanced things out.